everybody, Chris Steele here at Steel Frags, and tonight I will be reviewing Eternal Oud from LATTAFA. Now, Eternal Oud is an amber fragrance. It is a inspiration from the House of LATTAFA, and it's an inspiration from the House of LATTAFA, and it's inspired by MFK Grand Soir, I believe. Now, first off, let's just take a moment. Yes, the cap snaps in place as you just seen. Let's just take a moment and take all that in. It's solid glass, metal cap, little metal emblem here, beautiful bottle. Comes in a plastic case with a dome, and we're trying to make the world a better smelling place. So with a mission statement like that, you got to kind of shop within your means sometimes, because I mean the world's a pretty big place and you need a lot of fragrances. So this used to be about 40-50 bucks, and if you're anything like me, I'm not the type to just run out and buy it as soon as it hits the market. I mean, if you have money like that, more power to you. I'm trying to get there myself, but currently I like to wait before just delay the gratification, wait a little bit before I go out there and spend some hard-earned money that I may or may not have. Okay, so this is a hitter. I'm just letting you know right now, it's a hitter. This definitely going to help make the world a better smelling place. Let's take a look in the notes. So this is a unisex fragrance. The top notes are plum and grapefruit. The middle notes are heliotrope and orchid. The base notes are benzoin, amber, vanilla, tonka bean, labdanum, and oud. Man, this is a hell of a fragrance. So when I first got this, I wasn't too sure about it. It needed time to really macerate. It was not fully macerated when I got it. So sometimes what happens is when a fragrance, especially a complex fragrance like this, something that's deep and rich and has a lot of stuff going on, when you first get those, a lot of times you'll have the issue where you'll smell them and they'll smell really synthetic, or they'll have an off smell to them. They'll be kind of funky. And I've learned that you just got to be patient. You put it on yourself. You put it back in the closet, you put it back in the cabinet, and you let it sit, man, because the payoff is well worth it. This one really blew me away once I let it sit, once it marinated for a while. It really blew me away with how special, how good this fragrance smells. I'm going to spray this on skin, and you're going to witness probably one of the best atomizers I've ever seen from LATTAFA, and most other fragrances in general. So, do you hear that? Yeah, you hear that, right? Yeah, that's the sound of a pressurized atomizer. And it don't take a whole lot neither. So, you get this spicy opening, but it's not your typical spicy opening. It's not a whole lot of pepper or anything like that. It's this very strong, floral, woody spiciness to it. I guess it would be coming from you do get the plum a little bit, but the plum is mixed with like this orchid, and then you get resin. With the resin, you get the amber. With the amber, you get the oud, the vanilla. It's a very well blended fragrance once it's given the freedom to sit in the bottle and play and be free and sit there and macerate and just relax. Like I said, the payoff is amazing, because you get a really dense, sweet, ambery, sexy fall fragrance. This is perfect for fall. From the presentation to everything else, this is fall. Like fall, baby. This is Friday the 13th. This is horror movies. This is haunted houses. This is pumpkin patches. This is even Thanksgiving. This is sweet potato pie, man, all that. Like it just has that vibe to it, if you know what I mean. So you get now they say there's grapefruit in there, but you don't really get a whole lot of citrus at all in this. It's not a citrus favorite fragrance. I'm not personally. I'm not a real big fan of citrus fragrances. They're okay, but they're to me they're right along in that realm of like the boring blue fragrances. Maybe I'll change one day, but I mean, when I smell a blue fragrance or a citrus fragrance, I automatically think of when I was in high school because those are the only kind of fragrances I wore. So I guess I just wore them out and spoiled it for myself. So congratulations, asshole. You spoiled it for yourself by wearing all the blue and citrus fragrances when you were younger. Oh man. So there's like this dustiness to this. And I just have to bring that out because yes, it's a sweet fragrance, but it is not like it's not your typical fruity sweet or candy sweet. This very dusty grown man, uh, seductive, dry vanilla type of sweetness mixed with a resinous amber. And the tonka bean also adds some depth to it as well. It makes it a little deeper with the sweetness. Like there's like a nuttiness to it in the amber. So this thing, okay, so let's get into performance first of all. So this thing here is a monster. It's a monster. Um, you're gonna get easily 7 to 8 hours, which for me that's monstrous. You know, I mean, we all have our monsters. We all have our things that we're afraid of. Personally, anything that's gonna go over 12 hours, I might have to pass because I'm not trying to get evicted. I'm not trying to scare children. I'm not trying to get the police called on me. Like sometimes a fragrance can be too strong. I'm just messing with you. Fragrance could be never strong enough. But anyway, what I'm getting at is this is 7 or 8 hours. The projection is very nice on this. You're going to get a good 2 foot scent bubble around you the entire time. It will dial back after the first hour and a half. It will dial back some, but it will still be on you if you're wearing clothes, which I hope you're wearing clothes. But if you spray this on your clothes, it will actually stay in there for at least a week until you wash it. So you know this is a solid performer. Scenarios. So man, I could do some things with this in a lot of different places. So first off, I'm making love to your nose. Just letting her know out the gate. I'm making love to your nose. It's gonna happen. So date night, yes. Um, let me see. Movies, mall, restaurant, uh, then any of those types of occasions where you really want to kind of impress, or I don't know if impress is the right word, but invite the opposite sex into your personal space. Something like this is going to be very, very nice for that kind of thing. The scenarios in which I probably would not wear this is like work scenarios. It can be a little too much. You will be like the dude who has like 4 buttons on his shirt open, and like he's like, talking way too close to you. He's like 3 inches from your face. You don't want to be that kind of guy. And it can come off like that type of vibe if you're in a work setting. So I would say just keep this strictly grown and sexy, casual. Clubbing, maybe not. This is a little too mature, I would say, for clubs. This it comes off as a sexy, well established gentleman who knows himself, knows how to treat people, carries himself with confidence, but at the same time knows how to have fun. and there's a slight playfulness to it, but it's not as playful as Paco Rabanne 1 million or anything like that. It's not that kind of sweetness. It's a very mature sweetness. Um, yeah, so obviously fall and winter, this is going to be a fragrance you want to go to. Um, yeah, Sillage is out of this world, man. With Middle Eastern fragrances, I get the best Sillage. Designer fragrances, they smell okay. You know, I'm not a real big designer fragrance type of guy, but they smell okay. Like, I love the Banana Republic designer. I mean, that's one designer that I really like. Those smell good. They have decent sillage, but Middle Eastern fragrances, it's like the projection might not always be the best. The longevity might not always be the best, but I mean, that's kind of hard to find. But sillage all day, every day, all the time. Like, sillage is not, they don't play with the sillage, and this is a sillage monster. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. This is gonna be the scent of the night. Oh man, very strong stuff. Mm. I'm not gonna even tell you how to spray your fragrance. I mean, I feel like that's real personal, man. That's kind of like asking somebody for their mother's maiden name or their social security number, or their favorite pet's name or something like that. I'm not gonna tell you need to regulate your sprays. I'm not gonna be the fucking spray police over here and tell oh, you can't spray this building 18 times. Spray it however you want. Spray however you want. I will say though, you spray this bad boy more than 6 times, just know what you're getting yourself into. I'm just put it like that. You can spray it however you want. I'm not gonna tell you how to use your fragrance. I will say though, you better be ready because you're gonna be smelling like that for a long time, and it's gonna be strong. So I gave myself a good 4 or 5 sprays. I'm in for the night. I'm giving this a little testy test, little test drive, because I haven't worn it in a while, and I know I'll be rocking this for Fallout. So I just want to kind of get it in my nose and see what kind of vibe it gives me, so that I can take that vibe and transfer it out in the real world when I'm out and about. Match it with a nice outfit, match it, with a nice pair of shades. Everything must coordinate. Everything must be cohesive. Everything must be working in harmony. That's just, for me, that's just my philosophy with fragrance. If you're going to smell good, you need to look good. If you're going to look good, you need to be fit. You need to act good. If you're going to act good, you need to speak good. If it all, it's all tied to your personality. Anyway, I believe I've spoke enough about this fragrance, but this is LATTAFA Eternal Oud. If you are a fan of stellar presentations, like over the top presentations, this is one for you. If you are into deep, dark, majestic, mysterious, sexy fragrances, this is definitely for you, man. Oh, men and women, I should say. It's a unisex fragrance. I say this one leans a lot more masculine. There's a very, with that amber, it's the amber and the oud, it's a very uh masculine kind of sweetness that you get. It's a dusty sweetness, not real fruity. There is plum and grapefruit in there, but those, they come off more sour, and they kind of blend with the amber. So it's this sour sweetness that's kind of dusty, and it has the vanilla and the tonka bean and all that. So anyway, like, subscribe, comment, if you will. It does help the channel. We are making the world a better smelling place, one subscriber at a time, one fragrance at a time, one video at a time. And as always, you guys stay blessed and continue to smell good. Until the next time, y'all, you know what it is. We in this piece. We in this bitch. Peace. Till next time, my people.